Yung Rolls-Royce na ba yun na puti, may payong din.
Meron din siyang payong. So, 4 na po yung payong na kailangan po natin ibenta.
And sir, for the record lang, bakit hindi present si Chairman Andy Reyes sa TWG meeting?
Masama yung pakiramdam niya eh. Yung, kaya nga sabi ko nga sa kanya, sir, you take care of your health. Diba? I mean, siyempre may edad na yung chairman namin. Diba? So, hindi siya dapat na i-stress.
So, hindi naman siya pa-exit. Kasi masama din yung hindi maganda yung kalusugan ng visa ng sir ni Secretary Singson, when he got the ICI.
Hindi kasi makikita mo kasi, ito is hindi naman sa medyo may mga edad na kasi yung mga boss natin, di ba? So, talagang expected, especially yung climate na yun, and under naman manageable naman lahat yung kahit wala siya. Sabi ko nga, we continue to perform kung ano yung mga trabaho natin.
So aside from yung possible violations, kawalan ng importation permit, yung fact na mga bulletproof at armored vehicles, ito na hindi registered, is that a violation also?
That's a potential violation as well. Lalong-lalo na in some of these vehicles, the type of bulletproofing done is parang special or ibang level. Na the suspicion is it came from the supplier. So ibig sabihin, pumasok siya ng bansa na naka-bulletproof na. And if that is the case, that should be part of the declaration as well for additional computation of duties and taxes. So that's another potential violation, especially na kakaiba nga yung pagbu-bulletproof na ginawa dahil the way it was explained to me, walang nakaka-provide ng ganyang level of bulletproofing sa Philippines. So that's another potential CMTA violation.
General, i-follow ko lang yung sa Santiago. Gaano po kayo, gaano po kahanda ang ICI to testify as witness po sa hearings po regarding doon sa flood control, sa urban planning law?
I think very prepared naman siguro yung kung sino man yung mag-witness sa amin doon kasi sila naman yung nag-prepare ng case.
Just like Secretary Vince, willing po ba ang ICI to mag-witness din po sa ibang pong mga hearings regarding sa flood control?
Of course, for as long as you are part of the investigation, you have personal knowledge, dapat naman na you should be part of the witness or you should form part of the person to testify against the suspect siguro.
Sir, kasi may sinabi po yung Malacanang na may hinihintay daw letter sa inyo regarding dun sa pagkuha nga po ng ICI. May we know ano po itong letter na doon na hinihintay? Kasi kakasabi lang po
Hindi actually, during my interview kahapon, sabi ko nga na I suggested to our chairman na we wanted to inquire from Malacanang if they have the intention to replace kasi nga it's been almost 2 months na since nag-resign si Commissioner Singson and then it was followed by Commissioner Fajardo. So we wanted to inquire from the Office of the President kung meron papalit sa kanila because we cannot pursue inviting mga key personalities to be subjected for an inquiry kasi nga mag-isa lang ng commissioner namin. So kailangan kasi is tatlo sila, kompleto sila before we can convene for an inquiry sa mga key personalities.
Nabigay na po ito sa Malacanang?
I have to check it with our executive director kung napirma na ni Chairman Andy.
Nakaka-apekto na po sa trabaho ninyo yung kawalan ng commissioners?
Ako personal hindi ako naapektuhan kasi advisor lang naman ako eh. So kung ano yung inutos sa akin o kung ano yung gagawin ko, so nire-relay ko lang sa and then nagko-coordinate ako sa mga ibang agencies. So far as yung mga personnel namin are concerned, hindi sila affected because sabi ko nga define yung mga trabaho namin dito. So define din kung ano yung trabaho ng mga commissioners namin. So far hindi ko nakikita na affected na.
ng tulong ng mga tao para sa recovery. So pwede ko describe ko ano po yung sasakyan na covered ng search warrant na hindi pa makita ang klaseng sasakyan po at saka ang plaka. Pakita naman yung plaka.
I-ano ko na lang sa inyo mamaya kasi mamaya baka manganib pa yung ano yung i-ano ko na lang sa inyo mamaya kung anong description ng sasakyan.
Pero sumay sa mga luxury vehicles po karamihan.
Land Cruiser.
Land Cruiser.
Land Cruiser.
Sir, last na po, balikan ko lang yung sinabi na 21.2 billion po yung and meron na po ba tayo sa mga kung ilan yung
Again, we will be generating yung list na yan, no? Kasi magkaiba yung frozen sa realized, no? As an example, forfeited halimbawa yung motor vehicles na unlawfully imported pero hindi pa siya realized until na-auction siya ng BOC. So, we will have two values. One will be the total value as to what has been forfeited, and then another value for what has been realized and returned to the National Treasury.
Sir, going back, mas kayo po ginanap natin ulit yung asset recovery and dalawang commission po yung mga nangyayari sa atin. Kumusta po yung technicalities ng asset recovery? So for PWG, naapektuhan po ba yung restitution operations po natin?
Hindi naman, no? Again, to recognize the chairmanship of USEC Paraiso, very systematic yung naging approach. Each agency clearly define yung kanya magiging role sa asset recovery. Kasi kaya natin hina-highlight ito, no? Very difficult to deal with so many agencies, no? You have to understand iba-iba ang proseso niyan, iba-iba ang kanilang mga jurisdictions. So, very systematic ang pagpapatakbo ni USEC Paraiso ng asset recovery subcluster. And that's why even in the absence of two commissioners ng ating ICI, patuloy pa rin yung trabaho ng TWG Asset Recovery.
Sir, may nabanggit po kasi Chair Paraiso kung sa framework natin, parang last December, nag-press release po tayo, gagawa tayo ng parang database.
Yes.
Aside na rin po ba ng government agencies po?
I think that's being finalized already, no? Parang may kaunti na lang yatang mga kailangan i-incorporate dito. But we have been briefed as to the yung dashboard na gagamitin ng lahat ng agencies, yung ating framework agreement, yung ating magiging guidelines. Like what I said, no? Mahirap kasi na whole of government approach, pero baka naman redundant or nagduduplicate kayo ng mga ginagawa. So that's why very critical itong framework agreement na ito, not to mention itong database na dinedevelop din nila. And again, but to give recognition, it's the chairmanship of USEC Paraiso that makes it very orderly and systematic.
Outlook for 2026 in terms of asset recovery, may kita pa rin po ba natin as a separate unit? Or yung sinasabi po ni Chairman na mag-winding out this? Ano po mangyayari? Ma-absorb din ba tayo ng concern sa kanila na sa kanila yung mga business?
Well, that will depend as to what will happen as to the ICI, no? The factual investigative function has been provided already. It can be ongoing. We can think of scenarios, perhaps in the event na talagang i-dissolve man kung sakali, it can be turned over to the ombudsman, no, for their fact-finding as well. But there is also beauty, no, as to maintaining the TWG of the ICI kasi direct ang interaction interagency. Isang issue, isang asset, for example, you can already discuss among agencies, BIR, Land Registration Authority, kung ano pa man. So, more expeditious, I could say that. And again, yung chairmanship ni USEC Paraiso makes it more effective, no? Kasi we resolve it as a TWG. And again, all government agencies are represented. So, mas mabilis ang pagpo-provide ng needed documentation and evidence.
Safe to say, survive po ang
I think definitely kasi kung titingnan mo nga yan is with or without the ICI, ano, pag may ni-refer na case sa ombudsman, parang switch ito parang trigger na pag-refer mo ng isang case, si BIR, alam niya kaagad kung anong role niya, si LTO, si LRA, si CAAP, si Marina, and then pag merong important na papasok si Customs, si AMLAC. So ibig sabihin, parang coordinated na movement, di ba? Kaya yun, sabi nga ni Attorney Chris, is mapapabilis yung
Okay.